The goal in using the Paycor recruiting app is to move candidates along the hiring continuum from application to either hire or inactivation in a timely fashion. For this example, we're going to go to the Achievers Program staff posting and select the first candidate, Andrew. The top of the page will show you the hiring continuum. Andrew is currently listed in the first spot as posting response. This tells you how the employee came to us. In this instance, Andrew posted via a free posting on Indeed.com that linked back to our website. The second step in the hiring process is review. Now, this button is intended for organizations that have a dedicated recruiter. In that instance, the recruiter would click on review and notify the hiring manager that this is a candidate that they need to check out for employment. In our case, we do not have our dedicated recruiter, and most individuals do not use the review process unless they're looking for a second opinion on a candidate. The next step is phone screen. You can see by clicking here that there are 3 options from which you can choose. Schedule phone screen, meaning you're going to contact the candidate. Phone screen has been scheduled, or back burner. And what back burner means is that this is a candidate you're not quite ready to inactivate yet, but someone you want to keep active in the system and you may come back to, but they're not your top level candidate. When you select any of these options within the system, please know that these are internal notations and make no communication at all with the employee. I'll have a different video that will show you how you can make contact with candidates using the Paycor recruiting app. The next section is interview, and you get the same 3 options. You want to schedule an interview, you have scheduled an interview, or at this point you'd like to put this candidate on the back burner. Next, you have the offer section. When you've decided on a candidate, you want to move them here in order to initiate the background check process, which is required for any candidate 18 and over. You as the hiring manager will click on the first option, request a background check. Once you click save here, that will notify the HR department that we need to submit the background check, which you will see grayed out as one of your options. The next one says background check started, and this is just a notification change, as is check complete. So you can see you cannot click on these options, but the status will change appropriately as the person moves through the background checking process. The references option is again just an internal notation for you to know that you've moved this candidate to the reference check process. We do reference checks through checkster.com, and there will be additional videos on how to use that. And the offer is also an internal notation. I did reference that all candidates 18 and over have to have a background check. Well, how do you know? If you click on the application here on the right, you can scroll down to the general information section, and the first question is, are you 18 years of age or older? That will tell you whether or not your candidate needs a background check. If you have your candidate come through the background check and reference checking processes successfully, then you're ready to hire, which is this last button in the hiring continuum. You mark the candidate as hired. You can select their actual start date if you have it available. Otherwise, you can click save here, and then this dialog box will pop up. Transfer now means you're going to import this person from the recruiting side into the onboarding side, where your office manager or designee will invite the candidate to onboard via Paycor.com. In the instance that you are hiring an individual that already has a Paycor record with the YMCA of Greater Cincinnati, you'll select Transfer Later so that we don't create a duplicate account within Paycor. Once you've transferred, the recruiting process has been completed. In the instance that you're going to inactivate a candidate, you can do that at any point during the hiring process. So we're going to select the second candidate, Elizabeth. We have decided where we are in the process that this person is not the right fit for our position. In this case, this position is actually not available. So that's what we're going to select. You can go down to Job Closed. We closed this role unfulfilled. Click here. I'm an administrator, so I get the option to directly send the thank you letter, but what happens when you as a hiring manager inactivate a candidate is you are finished, and then the notation comes to me to send the thank you letter. So please make sure you're reviewing candidates in a timely fashion and hiring or inactivating as quickly as you can for the candidate.